Hello and welcome, everyone. I am seeing some people saying they are not yet hearing volume. Do you hear me? Okay, good. As long as as long as you can hear me, I guess that's all that really matters. You should have heard the intro song playing, so if that wasn't playing, I'll have to check out why. I do apologize, but I'm battling a bit of a cold here, so my voice is going to be going in and out, and I may have to mute the mic from time to time so I can cough. But this is a big break, and I wasn't going to push this one off, so here I am. Welcome, everyone. If you are joining us here to watch the live stream on YouTube, it is always nice to see who's following along. Do say hello in chat. I do see some familiar names there. Casey, nice to see you back. It's been a while. You've been in a break. We got Kiefer, Peter, nice to see you too. Trevor, and maybe a few others. Did put a poll up already, controversial. The poll is, will Celebrini surpass McDavid to be the best player in the world within the next 2 years? And it sounds absurd at first, but when you start looking at what Celebrini is doing at all levels of hockey, including now at the Olympic level, it's really not all that far-fetched. Casey, I know you mentioned he doesn't have his speed. You know who else didn't have speed? Gretzky. Gretzky didn't have any speed, and he was by far the best player in the league. So speed is definitely a component that makes McDavid one of the best players in the world right now. He can beat people with that tremendous speed. But Celebrini just seems to have the it. I don't know. Crazy. Sam, nice to see you as well. So tonight, we've got a 7-box break. We do have 1 box of Stature. That's a 24-25. So that's a dual rookie class year. That's 23-24 rookies. We've got the brand new SP Game Used. This is 25-26 SP Game Used. So far, pretty impressed with this product. The Four Nations cards, big hit. As well as the inserts, we got some nice draft day marks. You got Schaefer, you got Misa, and Demidov all in one product. We've got the 24-25 SP Authentic. Of course, that's the Future Watch we're chasing there for Celebrini. And then we've got 2 flagship boxes, one of 25-26 Series 1 and 24-25 Series 2. If you watched last week's break, my goodness, did we hit the box of all boxes? Well, maybe not. I guess there could have been a gold outburst, but probably one of the best possible boxes you could get in a 25-26. We hit the red Demidov Young Gun outburst and a regular Demidov Young Gun in the exact same box, which is just insane. Congratulations again to Julian, who won that particular card. Julian happened to live about an hour and a half from me, and I was on vacation, of course, last week. He reached out to me before I left, and we agreed that when I got back, he would come and pick up the card. So he actually drove in yesterday and picked up his cards. Big smile on his face, of course. Even though he's not a Habs fan, he said, I think I might have to keep this one. So it seems he plans to keep the card. Again, if you're just joining, apologies, but I am battling a cold here. I'm going to do my best to not be coughing and sneezing and everything all throughout the break. But it is what it is. And like I said, I didn't want to postpone tonight's break because it's a big one. Not only do we have those 7 boxes, but we also have a Connor Bedard PSA 9 card, a Young Gun card that we will be randomizing at the end of the break amongst all participants. So the way that works is that for each spot that you have in the break here tonight, you will have 1 shot at getting the card. So if you have 1 spot, you have a 1 in 32 chance of getting the Bedard Young Gun. If you have 2 spots, then it would be a 2 in 32 or 1 in 16, and so on and so forth. So the more spots you have, the better the odds, but it only takes 1 spot in order to win. So we'll do that right at the very, very end. We'll randomize that card, and should be exciting. So let's move over to our randomized screen here. We'll get our participants lined up with their teams. If you're new to our breaks here, it is a team random. And so the way that works is we will randomize the list of teams. We usually do that 3 times, and then we'll randomize the list of participants 3 times. That will line you up with who you get. We'll allow a couple minutes there for trades. Just before we do all of that, I am going to randomize this right and left, because sometimes there's a card like a checklist, for example, that has a team on the right and left side of the card, and this way it allows us to know live during the break who gets the card. So let's do that first. I'm going to switch over to that. We'll just do that one time. So tonight, if there is a team on the right and left side of the card, the participant that has the team on the right side will win that card. All right, we have our list of teams here on the left-hand side. Let's randomize that 3 times. So there's 1, 2, and 3 times. We'll do the same thing here with our list of participants. There's 1, 2, and 3 times. So there's our list there. I'll give you a couple of seconds to see which team you have been assigned for tonight's break. And like I said, we do allow for some trades. We'll just a couple minutes here. The way that works is both people have to be watching live here on YouTube, and both need to agree to the trade. If that happens, we'll go ahead and switch your teams for you. I would imagine a lot of you have probably been following the Olympics. I will say yesterday was pretty crazy. 4 elimination games in one day. I mean, that's kind of rare. You don't see that in too many sports. So it was pretty cool to watch. A little bit of a nail biter there for both Canada and the U.S. Both teams pressed right to the limit of where they're going to make it through or not. And of course, Switzerland up 2-0 in the third period, and Finland making a miraculous comeback, making it a win for them. And then today, heartbreaker for the girls, heartbreaker for our ladies, the Team Canada team, up 1-0 with a couple minutes left, empty, pulled a goalie, and U.S. ties it up, and then of course wins in overtime. A bit of a heartbreaker there. All right, we got Boston available, Red Wings available, Seattle, Winnipeg Devils are also available. Potential trade there. Brian saying, would you trade Boston for the Red Wings? Canada women's played great. Was worried he's going to be a beating. There's no question that I think the U.S. they were the favorites for the ladies' side going in, and I think they were kind of the clear favorites. And Canada held them right, like I said, to the last couple minutes of the game there. It's very unfortunate, and it's kind of that classic. You've got the lead. Do you hold back and protect it, or do you play offensively and go for the jugular? And I think Canada started to play back a little bit in the third period. The U.S. just started pouring it on, and it looked like it was just a matter of time. Unfortunate outcome, but yeah, super happy with the way they played. It was a good game. Alex says Toronto is available for a 2-team for 1 if interested. So Alex is saying he would give up Toronto, but he would want 2 teams in return. Is that what you're saying? If I'm reading that correctly. Alex needs to maybe clarify. Is that what the case there, Alex? You're saying that you would trade Toronto for 2 teams? Tampa's also available. So we'll give this just another couple minutes, see if a trade transpires, and if not, we are going to get on here with tonight's break. Super excited to see what happens in the semifinals coming up on the men's side. Canada, Finland. I mean, it should be in Canada's favor there. Slovakia and U.S. I got to be honest, I think that could go either way. Slovakia has been playing really well, and I didn't think the U.S. played all that great against Sweden. Not that Canada played super awesome against the Czechs either, but that might be an upset coming. Could Finland upset Canada? Yeah, listen, anything's possible. Doesn't look like Crosby's going to play against Finland, but possibly available for a potential gold medal game. I have to think that if Canada ends up playing for bronze, we won't see Crosby back, but if we're playing for gold, he may be back in some capacity. Gotta hate Gouda. I just hate that guy. As a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, of course, that was, man, hated him. All right, doesn't look like we have any trades that are transpiring here. I am going to start putting this into graphic format, and if something changes, we'll go ahead and do that. But give me 2 seconds while I put this up in a graphic format. Okay. All right, doesn't look like we've got any trades transpired, so we are going to leave everything as is. We'll get our list of teams here up on the screen. And also up in our top right corner. So just leave that up for just a quick moment so everyone can see it in graphic format in case it was a little hard to read on the screen earlier. This should be a little bit more clear for you. And definitely good luck to everybody. I said we do have a pretty nice break here tonight. I think we got 7 boxes and a Bedard Young Gun up for grabs here tonight. So let's kick that teams down. We'll put that up in the upper right hand corner, and we are going to get started here tonight. We'll kick off with 25-26 Series 1. See if we can somehow magically top that outstanding box from last week's break. Still a little bit stunned from it, to be perfectly honest. That took me a while to kind of catch my breath and really fully grasp the magnitude of the cards that were in that all-in-one box. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. There's our first insert there. It is a blue parallel of the Encore to Brinkat. There's the regular of Vasilevsky and a tracking systems of Blackwood. As I did say earlier on at the start of tonight's break, I am battling a little bit of a cold here. So if I do have to mute the mic from time to time, please bear with me. We got a canvas there, Barkov. First Young Gun there, Gabe Perreault. And a Pettersson of the goal-oriented. Unfortunately, I was not sick for my vacation. Got that kind of on the way back. So I guess if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. We've got an Encore there, Cale Makar. An upside down portraits there of Adam Fox. And it looks like, yeah, that is a speckle parallel. A sizzle reel there, Wyatt Johnston. And base cards. Curious, did any of you go to the, I don't even know what you're calling it, the little mini expo that happened in Toronto? I think they're calling it the collector show. Heard it was actually quite good. The hockey section was a decent section. Overall, decent size, and from what I understand, it was well done. So we have a tracking systems there of Gustafson. Oh, we have a young gun there of Yanni Nyman. And the regular portrait there of Fox. So I was in Toronto while I was on vacation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to that. I was in the Caribbean, so I wasn't able to hit the show. But I am curious, if you're in the Toronto area, did you manage to check it out? We got a speckle parallel of a sizzle reel. This one is Sebastian Aho. In behind that, we have a Brady Tkachuk canvas. Portrait there, Seth Jarvis. And some base. Man, Seth Jarvis he's just a guy you can cheer for. You know, watching him play for Team Canada, both at the Four Nations and here at the Olympics. He's just a good story and a guy you can definitely get behind. All right, we've got Travis Sanheim. We got the compadres and another young gun there, Coco, on our goaltender. Oh, we got a silver outburst. And it is a silver outburst there of Rasmus Anderson, the Calgary Flames. In fact, that red jersey on a silver outburst card just pops. That's cool looking. Nice card there. Got a Matthew Nyes sizzle reel and a Austin Matthews there, compositions. Matthews having a pretty decent tournament so far, the Olympics. Of course, the story yesterday, Mitch Marner, who, as a Leafs fan, I gotta say, it's disturbing. I did not want to see him leave. I thought they were making the wrong decision, wrong player to go. I've been saying it all along. I said it before he left. I'm saying it now. All this nonsense of he can't play in big stages and big games. The man has been outstanding last year against Sweden. In the Four Nations, setting up the goal to Connor McDavid last year in the Four Nations, scoring the OT winner to keep them in this tournament. He's not the problem. We got Sam Reinhart there on the bustle, Riley Duran on a young gun, and hey, speak of the devil, there he is, Mitch Marner on the Cup Quest. And saying all along, he's a setup guy. He can't get points if the guys he's setting up are not putting them in the net. All right, we have a Dazzler. This one is Lafreniere. Canvas there, Lucas Raymond, and a compositions there of Connor Bedard. I also thought Suzuki played really, really well yesterday. That pains me to say that too as a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but he's a great player. He played awesome. All right, we got Philip Forsberg there on the encore, a bustle of Seth Jarvis, and Victor Osman on the young guns. Does that put us at 4 or 5? That's 5 young guns. We got 1 young gun left, or at least that's what we're expecting here, and 2 packs. Box number 1 here, 25-26, Series 1. Hey, we got a Swagnificent, and it is Sergachev. Oh, no, it isn't. It's Bobrovsky, sorry. It is Bob. So we got the Swagnificent. Those are cool cards. Is he in a bathrobe? He is. He's in a bathrobe. That's some moxie right there. We got the compadres there, Makar McKinnon, and a Cup Quest of Kempe. Nice hit on the swag. I can't remember the pack odds on that, but that's a rare card to hit a Swagnificent. We got a canvas there of Voronkov, last gun there, Roy Kearns, and we've got a Wyatt Johnson portrait. So we got a nice silver outburst there and a Swagnificent out of box number 1. Not a bad start here whatsoever. Gabe Perreault, probably our best young gun out of that batch. I know it's no red Demidov outburst, but we can't expect that every single box. Oh boy, wouldn't that be nice though? That'd be some luck. Only 25 in the world. All right, let's go on to Series 2. 24-25 Series 2 Celebrini Rookie Year. Man, have these boxes just been skyrocketing. Everything Celebrini is just keep on going to the moon. His Young Gun now, PSA 9, anywhere from $650 to $700 from what I've been seeing. His PSA 10s are now getting up there. I mean, geez, I think the last one I saw was $2,800. Which normally I would say is completely insane. But he just keeps producing. He's breaking Olympic records. He was setting records at the NHL for, you know, his age and pace to hit certain milestones. He's proving he could be, you know, the next Crosby or Ovechkin or McDavid or whatever comparison you want to give in terms of impact on the game. Might be a little early on the pricing though. I mean, if you look at a McDavid PSA 10, compare that price wise. I mean, he's now surpassed the I think it's what, 60%, 70% of what McDavid is at. It might be a little too soon. All right, box number 2 here, folks. Oh, we got a silver outburst in pack number 1. And it is Walker Duehr. 2 Calgary Flames silver outbursts so far here tonight. We got our first Young Gun there, Logan Morrison, and an Electricity of Pettersson. Oh, I had somebody ask me the other day why I've been crapping on Ultra Pro and their products. Well, let me show you. Because I opened another pack of top loaders. I'm working my way through a case that I bought a little while ago of top loaders. And I opened the case. Look at that. If you can't see that, let me see. No, it's probably not. Well, maybe that helps. That is a chunk of plastic inside the top loader. And for scale, I mean, there's my finger. Look at the size of this chunk of plastic that's inside. And I've been finding this more and more and more inside of their top loaders. And it's the static keeps it in there. Like, you can't get these things out. And these big chunks, you know, you can see them. So you're like, okay, I'm not going to stick my card in there. There. Because a chunk of hard plastic, like, it doesn't break up. Like, that's going to scratch your cards. So anyway, I've moved away from Ultra Pro in terms of their top layers. I like all their other products. Their sleeves are fine. Their binder pages, their binders, their one touches seem fine. But the top loaders recently, I'm going to say in the last 6 months to, well, I guess it'd be 6 months, they're just, the quality's not been there. So, I mean, see what you can find for products that you might like. If you like Ultra Pro, obviously stick with them. But that's why I've made the switch. All right, we got Nick Suzuki there on the playlist. Another Young Gun there. This one is Patrick Gillies. Hey, we got a Macklin Celebrini. Welcome aboard. And like I said, everything Celebrini is absolutely going to the moon. I've been seeing these cards selling for $10 plus. Like, without any issues whatsoever at card shows. That was before the Olympics. So we will put that in a top loader. Normally, you know, a card like that, it ends up in a, you know, a bargain bin. Maybe not for Celebrini, but, you know, they were selling for about $1, maybe $2 max. Now they're up to at least 10. We got a canvas there. That one of Draisaitl. Sad to see Germany with a early exit. I thought they were possibly a dark horse in the Olympics. They had a decent team. They're playing well, but ultimately the better team obviously advances. We got a Will Smith on the portrait. Oh, we got a teammates there. We got a Lane Hudson and Logan Mailloux. And a Nick Suzuki playlist. If you haven't seen, Series 2 is coming out, by the way, March 4th. So, what are we, 2 weeks from now? Series 2 actually has one teammate card in it. So, there's 49 Young Guns. From what I can tell, I think there's 49 Young Guns and one teammate card. Whereas this year we had, for 24-25, we had 4 of them. We had Philadelphia, we had Montreal, we had the Sharks, and we had Anaheim. Looks like I think there's only one. Darren says, love the canvas cards. Me too. Some of the best photographies on the canvas cards too. Hey, we got a black and white throwback to the past, a Team Canada Program of Excellence, Bobby Clarke. Like that. There we go. Okay, we got a Speckle Parallel and a Jeremy Swayman. So people might be asking, well, Bobby Clarke doesn't play anymore. How does this work? So the way this works, he's a retired player. We go back and we look at what team did he play the most NHL games for, and that is who ends up with this card. All set in the rules, by the way. If you when you're making your purchase for a spot in the break, there is a whole description of all the various rules for the break and what happens in certain situations. So if you ever want to know what those are, they don't change, so you can go to next week's break or whatever and open that up. You can read the rules, they'll be in there. Washington legend Bobby Clarke. Yes, Casey. Nice wishful thinking there. Okay, we got a bang for your puck. There you go. There's a card for you if you got Washington, Casey. John Carlson. We got Accurati there for Utah on a Young Gun and an Electricity for the Isles. So we're at 4 Young Guns so far of our expected 6. Canvas there, Elvis, and then we have a Young Guns renewed, Brock Besser, and then behind that a Lucas Raymond on a heater. Casey, how's Aubrey been doing? I haven't seen him in a little while. Another canvas card there, Mario Lemieux, sweet. That's a nice looking card. Another Young Guns renewed. This one another Vancouver card. Quinn Hughes, who now, of course, is in Minnesota. Nick Suzuki on a portrait. On tour, Toronto Maple Leafs. Andre Lee as a Young Gun. Cale Makar on the playlist. 3 packs left here, box number 2 in tonight's break. Ooh, we got a black parallel on the Electricity. These are cool looking. Much better than the blue one. Doesn't show so well maybe on camera, but they're sharp looking cards. And we have a Jared McCann on a Dazzler. Another Young Guns renewed, Braden Point. We have a Brendan Brisson on a portrait. Maxim Plakov. I'm gonna have to look up how to say that one. I think I've butchered that one every time that I say it. Well, the last pack here, box number 2. And then I think we'll do a draw. Give me a chance to have a drink of water. All right, Hronik there on the canvas. On tour, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Zellweger on the welcome aboard. That is box number 2 in the books. Did get a Macklin Celebrini sighting. Unfortunately, not the young gun, but we did get one of his cards. Yeah, we did get the 6 young guns. Do you like this black and white program of excellence card? Pretty cool there. All right, our first draw here tonight. Couple Sid cards. Wishing him the best, speedy recovery. Hopefully we see him again here in the Olympics. We have a victory card. I think this might be from 08. Yeah, it is. It's 0809 victory card. So we got Sid there. And then we have his Dazzler from 24-25 Series 1. Both cards here going out to our winner. The way that works, you just got to do ! join in chat, and you can get entered to win. No purchase necessary. You do not need to have a spot in tonight's break in order to participate. Just got to be watching live here on YouTube. So go ahead and do your ! join. Just follow what everyone else is doing in chat here. I think we're going to jump into an SP Authentic. The rest of our boxes here tonight are what I would call quote unquote premium boxes. So there's no real, this one's better than that one necessarily. If you are enjoying tonight's content, do please consider giving the video here a thumbs up. It does absolute wonders for the algorithms in the world of YouTube. Helps out my channel and our breaks. Doesn't cost you a single thing. So if you are enjoying things, please do that. And if you're really enjoying the content, consider subscribing as well. And if you are just joining again, I am doing my best here. I got a bit of a cold. Got lots of water next to me so that I don't lose my voice. But I probably sound a little bit different than I normally do. All right, still some time to enter into the draw. If you're just joining us, we are doing a draw here for these 2 Sidney Crosby cards. We have an 0809 victory card, and we have a 24-25 Series 1 Dazzler. Up for grabs, no purchase necessary. Just got to be watching live here on YouTube. Do ! join in chat, and you'll be entered into the draw. All right, no more entries. Our winner is David Bernard. Congratulations to David. David, I'm not sure if you are in tonight's break or not. If you are, just let me know and I'll put it with the rest of your cards. If you're not in tonight's break, just send me an email, please, at info@maritimesportscards.com. with your address, and I'll make sure I get that emailed out to you. Congratulations to David. All right, put the teams up in the upper right-hand corner again. And here we go. SP Authentic chasing Future Watch Auto cards. Or even one better, a Future Watch Auto patch card. Of course, the big chase for that one, there he is, the man on the box, Macklin Celebrini. So we have our base cards here. We have a bounty card, a Spectrum FX. That is a bounty card. Hold on a sec, my phone's doing something weird. Sorry, 1 second. Hopefully that didn't affect the camera. Looks like we might have froze. Yeah, we froze. Okay, hold on 1 sec, folks. I'm just going to put the cards down. and unplug and re-plug in. Something came up and asked if I trust this computer on my phone that I used to do the recording, and it must have froze the camera. There we go. So apologies, but let's go back to, we had some base cards here: Tavares, McDavid, Pasternak, and our first card was this one, the Future Watch Spectrum FX. This is a bounty card. Oh, it's asking me to trust again. Hang on a sec. It might. Why is this doing this? Apologies here, folks. I'm going to switch to the overhead view. So at least you can see in this camera up here while I get this other one fixed, because it, don't know why it's freezing. Yeah, we're not seeing anything on the main screen change. So give me 1 sec again. I'm going to try to restart the app that I use to broadcast. See if that fixes it. Okay. Looks like we're back up on the main screen. Just for the time being, I'll leave the overhead cam on in case the main screen cuts out again. All right, so sorry. Back to the first cards here. There's our base cards. The first card that we saw here was the Future Watch Spectrum FX. That's a bounty card. So on the back here, it is a scratch card. It's got a code. You go to upperdeckbounty.com. You can enter that in. However, you do need to enter in all of the potential bounty cards, and I can't remember how many they are for SP Authentic. But in order to win a prize or get a prize, you have to have all of the bounties. So don't go and scratch this if you're not intending on collecting them all, because you'll devalue the card. You could probably sell the bounty to somebody who's still chasing it. All the top prizes are gone by now, but there should still be prizes available for completing the bounty. We've got a freshman focus there, Scott Morrow, and a Mitch Marner Limited. All right, looks like both screens still doing okay. Good. Apologies for that, folks. Oh, we did get a Future Watch. It is a San Jose Shark. It is not Macklin Celebrini. That freaked me out. My heart skipped a quick beat there. It is Ethan Cardwell. So we did get a Future Watch, and it is Ethan Cardwell. Let me just get that sleeved up. There we go. Future Watch. We have a freshman focus, Josh Doan, and a limited Future Watch, Landon Slaggert. And you don't get a Future Watch in every box, by the way, so it's nice to see a Future Watch hit. All right, we have a telemetry, autograph. So we have a nice Jesper Wallstedt autograph there. That is sweet. That's a nice looking card right there. And he's been quite hot, actually. What do I got here? Let's throw that in. One touch here for right now. Nice clean auto as well. Good looking card. Congrats to whoever's got Minnesota. We got a maximum performance there, Zach Hyman, and a limited of Novak. Yeah, that Wallstedt's a nice card. Usually you get 2 autos in a box of SP Authentic, sometimes 3 if you're really lucky. Got a freshman focus there. Declan Carlisle. We have pageantry, Zach Bolduc, And a limited future watch there, Luca Del Bel Belluz. Got a collaborations. McDavid, Draisaitl, pageantry there, Heronic, and Matt Boldy. Stack 2 here, second side. Live at the top of these cards. Not opening the bottom of the pack. Maybe I'll just open them all upside down. Bottoms of the pack's opening easy. Hey, got another auto. Like I said, sometimes we end up with 3. This one is Barkov. So we end up with some really nice cards here out of box number 1 of SP Authentic. We did hit a future watch there with Ethan Cardwell with our auto. We've got the Jesper Wallstat, and now a sign of the times of Barkov. And get that put in a nice one touch. Nice hit for Florida. There we go. Set that right there. Freshman focus, Othman, and a throwback there, pageantry, Kevin Stevens. Legend for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Roman Josi. Now, I've not seen a box with 4 autos, but it wouldn't be impossible. And we got a second future watch. This one's not an autograph one, but we do have a future watch. This one is Ishikov. It's out of $9.99. It's just not the autograph version. Got a Nylander there, maximum performance, and a red pageantry of Trevor Moore. Oh, and another Logan Morrison. A lot of inserts in that pack. So we even hit a second future watch. Yep, the tops of these are not cooperating. So we got a green parallel here. We do. We have a green limited future watch. It is short print numbered there, 199. Cameron Crotty. Collaborations card and an Ovi limited. You did call it. You said, Casey, you said you're getting an Ovi. Not an Ovi future watch, but you got an Ovi. Okay, now it's making a liar out of me. The bottom isn't opening on that one. And with another Spectrum FX, Nick Suzuki. Nice hit there. Again, if you're not a bounty hunter, leave the card as is. It's actually worth more with the code not scratched. We have a Sidney Crosby, maximum performance, both Team Canada players. And then we have a limited future watch there of Wallstat. Lots of rumors that he's getting traded out of Minnesota, that Bill Guerin's going to swing for the fences, load up at the trade deadline for a serious playoff push. Another Wallstat. Holy cow, this is a stacked box for that man. We've got a Charlie Lindgren pageantry and a Lucas Cormier limited. Nice box there to start off with. 3 autographs. 2 pretty decent names there with Barkov and Wallstat, and then an Ethan Cardwell future watch auto. All right, let's take these down in preparation here for our next one. I'm going to actually move our Connor Bedard off to the corner. Oh, and if you didn't notice, folks, notice that? These are the older PSA slabs. Which I actually like. I like the PSA logo there at the bottom. It's kind of nice. I think those are the older ones. The new ones I don't think the new ones have those. Hang on. No, they don't. I just got this one back. Unfortunately, it's a 9, but I sent it Matthew Nyes away. And again, it frustrates me because I got a microscope that I use to look at these cards. and I couldn't find anything wrong with it. So maybe I missed something, but did come back a 9. These are the new slabs. They do not have the PSA down at the bottom. And there is the old slabs. The rest of it looks fairly similar. There's a different feel to it though. And the new slabs do lock together nicely. Let's do another draw. Then we're going to open a Stature. All right, this draw. Here we go. Connor McDavid. It is when he played for the Erie Otters. So this is one of his... oh, crap. The main camera is going to shut again, isn't it? Yeah, it did. I keep getting trust this computer. What's this? Your settings into... I don't know how to stop that from popping up, folks. I will keep the overhead cam running then for the rest of tonight's break, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. That's the card that we're going to be doing the draw for. It is the Connor McDavid. If you're following in the bottom right-hand corner there on the overhead cam for the moment, I will get the main screen up and running again. Just do exclamation point to join, and we'll get you entered into the draw for that one. Wow, I fixed this camera. Somebody mentioned the logo being on the bag. You know what? It is on the bag. It is one of the older slabs, but yes, the logo is on the bag. I just moved the bag and it's actually on there. Good catch. Thank you. I had a few of these and I didn't notice that it was on the bag. Thought it was just right on the slab. I hadn't taken it out of the bag. Huh. All right, got the main screen going again. Like I said, we are doing a draw here for this Erie Otters version of Connor McDavid. This would have been back in 2014, I think. 16. Let's say 2014, and again, the damn thing keeps coming up as trust this computer. The software updated today, and it looks like I'm going to have to revert back to an older version of the software because this is driving me nuts. It must be driving you guys crazy. I do apologize. Thankfully, I do have the overhead cam so that we've got something in case this is not going to cooperate for the rest of today. Not ideal. Just going to give it a couple seconds to see if it freezes again. We can still do some entries here for the card here tonight. No purchase necessary, folks. Just got to be watching here live on YouTube. If you're not in the break here tonight, we'll still get that card out to you. And looks like we're frozen again. That is frustrating. And I don't... Okay, well, I'm going to do my best here, folks, with the technology problem I'm facing. All right, no more entries in the draw. Our winner is Peter D. Congratulations to Peter, going home with a Connor McDavid card. Peter, are you... I don't think you're in tonight's break. Are you coming to the show on Saturday? If you are, I can bring the card with me to the show. And I'll give it to you there. All right, I'm going to kick this back down to the overhead cam view in the bottom right-hand corner so that we'll have that as well as the main screen going at the same time in case this main screen craps out again. Apologies, folks, not ideal. All right, Stature. This is the dual rookie class, like I said. So there are 23-24 and 24-25 rookies in this product because Stature did not produce a product for 23-24. So they just combined them into one. So we can get a Connor Bedard rookie card out of here as well as a Celebrini, which is pretty cool. Arguably one of the better products of this year. And Stature is always a great product, but combine the fact that you can get dual rookie classes makes it really sweet. This is one of the premium products where there's only 5 cards per pack, and when that comes up, we will actually send the base cards to you. So if you get a base card out of this, you're gonna get that mailed to you. We'll do the same thing tonight for SB Game Used because that's also a product that only has a small number of cards in each pack. All right, so let's get this opened up, and then we will put some decoys on here so that we can slow roll our hits. All right, just gonna turn our cards sideways there and put a decoy on the top. Try to make sure that's underneath both cameras. So we'll start right from the very back. We'll pull the back card off. Our back card is a Sorokin. So we have a Sorokin out of 375. It's numbered 172. So we have a Sorokin, and that's the 23-24 pattern. So the way you can tell the difference is the border. So the border here, that's the 23-24 border. When and if we hit a 24-25 card, I'll point that out as well, so you can tell the difference between which year these Stature cards are from. Let's go off the top here. There's a 24-25 pattern. So you can see both of them here. There's the 23-24 is the Sorokin, 24-25. It is kind of hard to see there. You can see the pattern from our Jake Gensel card. And that is a base card, but we will mail out that base card with tonight's other cards. We do not mail regular base cards. We do have a rookie. So we have a Matt Rempe rookie. This one is numbered 25 out of 999. It's a 24-25 card. Going out to the Rangers. We're going to go to the back here. And we got a Kaprizov. This one numbered 159 out of 375. That is a green parallel. And it does say it on the back this year, which is nice. Going out to the Wild. We go right to the back here, and then we'll have one card left. So right off the back we have, oh, it's our auto. Let's go to the front card then. It is an orange. Oh, we got 2 autos. So we got a Tage Thompson, a short print there out of 50. So it's number 7 out of 50, orange parallel, Tage Thompson card. Beauty hit there for the Sabres. And right in behind that, we have a second autograph. I saw it peeking out. I think it goes in this. No, it goes this way. Oh, it's upside down. All right, who do we have here? We've got a Jiricek. So David Jiricek, and that one is out of 199. So 67 out of 199. It is a rookie auto. So there we go. Dual autos out of that box. We got a Jiricek rookie auto and a Tage Thompson out of 50, orange parallel. Beauty hits there. Love Stature. Great product. Let's get the rookie here. Also put in a nice top loader. And then the rest from that box, we got the Kaprizov, the green parallel. Got the Rempe rookie. That is the base parallel. We have a base card there of Gensel and a green parallel of Sorokin. So we only really ended up with one base card out of that pack. It's not bad at all. All right, should we open up? All right. I'm going to let you guys decide. Do we open up an SB Game Used, or do we open up a SP Authentic next? Throw that in chat. What do you think? Take a quick drink here. Or you're like, I don't care, we got to open them all anyway. See, 1 vote, SP game used. I'm actually inclined because we got 2 of those boxes, so maybe we'll do 1, 1, 1. All right, we've got a few votes in there. Let's do a game used. I've been excited to open these. I have not yet opened any of these SP game used. When I got back from vacation, my case was at the post office. I went and picked it up. And this is the first box I am opening of that case. I did watch one break online. And it does appear that we've got some nice cards here. There is a number of base cards at the start. There's 9 cards, I think, in a box. Yeah, 9 cards in a box this year. It does say collect 4 hits per box on average. There are some nice potential hits in this year's SP game used. I will say that they've done a nice job of revamping this product because the 23, 24? Yeah, very lackluster. 24, 25, you know, not so bad. The year before that was not good at all, 22, 23. And then prior to that, it was a great product. You know, lots of great memorabilia and so on. All right. So we got one thicker card in there. Again, I'm going to try to keep it on both cameras the best that I can, just in case the main one craps out again. Just going to see if we can get this overhead cam to focus. It looks like it's gone out of focus on us. We'll pick up this Gensel card. Man, having all sorts of problems with my cameras here tonight, folks. Ah, something just popped up on my computer. That might fix the problem. Okay, well, I'm going to do my best to keep it on the main screen because now my overhead cam has gone blurry. Unbelievable. Okay, so from what I've been seeing, we got a bunch of base cards here on the top, so I'm going to do my best to skim some of those off. And we'll look at those. So here's our base, Jake Gensel card. Pretty cool looking base cards this year. Nice sort of silvery gray look to them, which is nice. In behind that, we have the New Grooves insert, Jack Finley. Another base here, and it is from the Greats. So this one being Mark Recchi. And then we got a numbered card. So we got a Kucherov, numbered 8 out of 149, and that is a base gold parallel. Well, it does say gold. It's in the upper right-hand corner. So instead of on the bottom, they put the parallel in the upper right-hand corner. So that's the start there. We're going to pull a card here off the back. It is red. And it is a Thomas Chabot. That looks like a red base parallel. Yes, it is. We got a thick card right at the very back. And it looks like we may have what they're calling a tech card coming up here. Yep, we do. It's one of their tech cards. And it is an NHL Masters Buchnevich, and it's numbered 250 out of 299. This is a pretty thick card, and as you can see, it's got these plastic here on the side, probably some PETG, you know, clear cut material, and sandwiched between the cards. So it's a pretty hefty card here. These are interesting. All right, then what do we have next? We've got a red card here. It is a jersey card. This one is Lehkonen, and it looks like it is a red jersey parallel. So we got a little bit of a jersey there. Does not appear to be numbered. It looks like it's a base jersey, red parallel. And I believe we've got 2 cards left. Yeah, I think we've got 2 cards left. So we've got our... Oh, is this our Four Nations? Yes, it is. It's a Four Nations card. Number 9. Oh, it's for Sweden. It is Forsberg, Philip Forsberg. So we have a jersey Four Nations card there of Forsberg. So they're called Four Nations Face-Off Fabrics. These are kind of cool cards. Now, some of them I've seen say player worn, and some say game used. This says event used hockey memorabilia. So this would have been during the Four Nations, one would assume. So I don't know why they say event used instead of game used. Was it, maybe this was at the Four Nations event? But some of them actually say game used, some say event used, and some say player worn. Okay, and our last card in our first box here of SP Game Used. Supreme Gloves. Okay. Oh my, that is absolutely sick. It is so thick, it's coming right out of the card. Does that show? That shows on camera. Holy cow. That is cool. And it's 11 out of 15. Drew Doughty. Of course, Team Canada, absolute legend. And set to retire, I believe, at the end of this year. Wow, that is a gorgeous card. I wish I could convey on camera how much that is coming right out of the card. Man, that's cool. Yeah, Casey, you did almost call it. You did say a glove, OV glove, I think is what you said. I'm going to see if this is going to fit in a 180. We might have to move up to a 260 one touch for this card. This is pretty, only because it's sticking out. Like, it's a 180 card, but it's sticking out so much that it might not close all that well. Let's see, how does this? Well, it closes without squishing anything. But wow, nice hit there for LA. Congratulations, whoever's got the Kings. That's a beauty hit. Man, like I said, this year's SP Game Used, there's some really nice looking memorabilia in the product. Let's do another draw. Kick that over here. All right, another draw here, folks. This time, we're going with Team Canada. We've got Celebrated Prodigies, Connor McDavid, Team Canada. We've got a True North Heroes, Sidney Crosby, and our current goaltender, Jordan Binnington, on the Northern Stars. All three of these cards up for grabs here in the draw. Just do !join to be entered. No purchase necessary, folks. You just got to be watching live here on tonight's break. If you win the cards and you're not in the break, no problem. Mail them to you. Just need your address. Again, apologies for the earlier problems with the camera. I think, cross my fingers, I think I got it figured out. It was something popping up on my computer. I didn't see it. I thought it was my phone was the issue. It's not. If you are enjoying the content outside of my technical difficulties, please do consider giving us here a thumbs up. It does help out with the channel as well as their breaks. If you're really liking things, hit subscribe. Okay, so we got our three cards here up for grabs. Give that just another couple seconds. Interesting. I'm just looking at the poll. We got 26% of you think that yes, without a doubt, Celebrini will surpass McDavid as the best player in the world within the next 2 years. 52% say he will get close, and 22% say not a chance. If you haven't voted yet in the poll, you still can. It's there in your chat window. Just go ahead and click on the poll. It'll drop down, and then you can make your selection. All right, no more entries in our draw here. Our winner is Daniel. Congratulations to Daniel. Daniel, I believe you're in tonight's break, so I'll just set that aside with the rest of your cards. Congratulations. Michael says only because he thinks McDavid gets bored. I don't know about bored, but I could see him getting frustrated in Edmonton if they don't get some cup potential real soon. Heck, we might even see McDavid down in San Jose playing with Celebrini. His contract is up in what, a year and a half? Anything's possible. All right. Oh, so sorry, Paul. It's hard to keep track of all your aliases on YouTube. Do apologize. All right, we've got 24-25 SP Authentic second box here tonight. Let's see if we can get some nice hits out of this one. Actually, maybe just before we crack into that, I do want to mention that there is a card show happening here in the Greater Moncton area this coming Saturday. It is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 84 Broadway Street here in Moncton. If you're within a couple hours drive, I would say it's probably worth the drive, although it looks like we may be expecting some snow. If that's the case, then maybe that doesn't make sense. However, it is a really nice card show. I will be there as a vendor. If you're in the area, do pop by and say hello. It's always nice to put a face to a name with the folks that are in the breaks and supporting us. But that one's coming up. And then at the end of the month, on February 28th, also a Saturday, there's a card show in the Halifax area, the one that AMG Collectibles puts on. Also quite a good show, and I would say worth attending if you're in the Halifax area. So do check that one out. Also, what else was I going to talk about? It can wait. Let's open some cards. All right, I'm going to put the overhead back up again just in case. And it is focusing again, which is nice to see. Cool. All right, here we go. We have a Sorokin base. And, hey, we hit our Future Watch there right out of the gate. And this one is Kolosov, numbered 19 out of 599. So this is one of the horizontal Future Watch autos. We will take it. You said you're not guaranteed a Future Watch auto card in your box, an autographed Future Watch in a box. So the fact that we've hit one in each of our boxes is awesome. I'll put that in one touch. And he's got a lot of promise as well. I'm hearing some great stuff about him. And I think has got some really, really good potential. So there we go. The Kolosov on our Future Watch auto. I'll set that down because I like our horizontal cards to be shown that way. Got a Braden Point there, maximum performance. And a Future Watch limited. That one is a red of Connor Geekie. Collaborations there. Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond. Pageantry, Devon Tays. We got a limited of Mrazek and some more base. Got a blue limited Future Watch. This one numbered 70 out of 399. Luca Del Bel Blues. J-Rob maximum performance. Got Pageantry there, red Pageantry. Heronic. Oh, and another Future Watch, limited Future Watch of Comesso. We've got another Future Watch, non-auto, but it's a Future Watch of Butler. That one out of $9.99. Got collaborations there. St. Louis Blues, Jared McCann on the limited. Bounty, Sebastian Aho. Freshman Focus, Cutter Gauthier. Nolan Allen on the red limited. And some base. Another Spectrum FX. That one Stop Chuck. Freshman Focus there. Colangelo and Carlson on a limited. I'm going to go from the bottom here. So I have a theory. I'll share that with you in a second. See if I'm right. Hey, we got a green collaborations. Is this one numbered? I don't think so. Let's check that out in a second. Ottinger. No, the green is not numbered. Just a parallel. Ottinger there on the pageantry and Kent Johnson on the limited. Freshman Focus, Cam Butler. Pageantry there, Brennan Hoffman. Future Watch, Cameron Butler. Ooh, something black. Sideways. Ooh, we got a sign of the times there, Mikheyev, and this one is beautiful with that gold ink, numbered 56 out of 999. That is a gorgeous looking card. Wow. I love the sign of the times cards, but this one with the black and the gold ink is just, that is just beautiful. Beauty hit there for Chicago. Yeah, that is nice. All right, rest of that pack. Freshman Focus, Klapka, and Hayes. Last pack here of SP Authentic. Maximum Performance, Forsberg. Pageantry, Hronek. How did I know Hronek was back there? That was weird. And then we have a Prishpapov there on the limited. So my theory, I think, is correct, that the autographed cards in these boxes are back-to-back. The packs are back-to-back. I think that's happened in almost every instance of the boxes I've opened. I could be wrong, but this one was the top pack, and this was the pack right after it. So we ended up with a Future Watch there of Kolosov, an autographed Future Watch, which is beautiful. And man, this sign of the times there, Mikheyev, is a gorgeous looking card. Nice box there again. Do like SP Authentic. And we do have one more here of SP Game Used. So I'm going to take these statures down. I'll leave that Drew Doughty up. Man, I kept looking at that card all through that box. I just kept staring at that Doughty card. That's gorgeous. All right, just before we get to our last box here tonight, I do want to mention our breaks here for next week. So next week will be Thursday, February 26th, happening at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going with another 7-box break. 4 boxes of SP Game Use. So if you're liking what you saw there, that Drew Doughty card, we got 4 boxes of SP Game Used. We got 1 box of Series 2, Celebrini Hunt there. And then we got 1 box of Extended, which is the Celebrini Canvas Young Gun Hunt. And we got a 23-24 clear cut Bedard rookie year. So we got quite a good selection here, I think, of boxes coming up for next week at an amazing price of just $50 a spot. And if you're buying 3 or more spots, that drops down to $45 a spot. It is up on sale right now on the website. I do believe we're down to about 22 spots left. The first 10 went really, really quickly. As soon as I put it up, they were starting to fly off the shelves there. So don't miss out, because I do think this one's going to sell quickly. The SP Game Used has been quite the hit. All right. Last box here before we do our Connor Bedard draw. last pack here, folks. Good luck, everyone. Got another nice thick card. I do like to see that. Just want to make sure that I don't damage any cards here. I have to crack that here from the bottom. Don't want to catch any corners. All right, there we go. That all peeled off. Perfect. And then I'll, same thing, I'm going to try to do a bit of a slow reveal here on our cards. Best that I can anyway. We'll skim off these top cards. There we go. All right, so we have our first base card there. It is Devontae's. We got an Authentic Rookies, Carter Mazur. Another base card there, Barzell. We got a nice rookie there, Devin Kaplan. This one is 366 out of 399, a red parallel. And then we should have our tech card, I believe. Yep, we do. We have a tech card. This one going back, Peter Forsberg, sorry. 60 out of 299. Nice legend there for the Avs. Nice hit for Colorado. Let's go right to the back here. Should be a base. It is. It's a red parallel base card of Ovi. And we'll do our next card down. Our Four Nations card. So another Four Nations card. It's another Sweden. It is another Swede. Zenabad. Four Nations Fabrics. Does this one say event? It does say event used on that one as well. Okay, and we have a Winter Classic card. And this one is it is a jersey, yep. Jersey. So it says December 31st, 2024 in Chicago, NHL Winter Classic, Braden Shen. And it says event used as well. You're going to have to look that up because it is an event. Like the Four Nations is an event. So event used, did they mean they wore it during the game? Or was it during a photo op at the event? Gonna have to check that one out and get some answers. All right, last card of tonight's break here, folks. It is a thicker card. Nice to see those. It is looks like purple. Well, it is purple. So we have a purple parallel of some kind. And wow, look at that patch. Nico Hischier patch. It is an autograph sticker auto though. It is a sticker, yep. 3 of 15 with a sick looking patch. 3 color. Gorgeous card there. This one says game used on the back. Oh, that's a nice looking card. I need another 180. I need a one touch. Hang on one sec here, folks. I don't have one handy, so I'm going to throw it in a 260 for right now, leave it flat, and then I'll re-put it into another one touch before I get that sent out to you folks. Congratulations to whoever's got jersey on that one. Nice looking card. So I just want to leave that flat because it's in a bigger one touch than it should be in. I don't want to damage the card. I don't have another 180 handy right here. I got to go grab it out of a box somewhere. Wow, beauty hits there at SB Game Use. Really impressed with the product so far. You know, nice Supreme gloves there, Drew Doughty, and this beautiful patch here, patch auto of Nico Hischier. gorgeous looking card there. Gonna set that aside. I do know somebody who is an O-Pee-Chee collector. Whoever hit that card, if you're looking to possibly move it, reach out to me and I'll see if they might be interested. And there was the other one that we hit in our first box, just popping right out. Like that's a chunky piece of glove. Very, very cool. All right. That's going to leave us with our randomization here of our Connor Bedard PSA 9 card. The way that works is that everybody is in the draw here tonight. We'll have a shot at winning this card. I will put up our randomizer here in just 1 second. Just before I do that, I do again want to remind everybody of next week's break. We have 4 boxes SP Game Used. Like I said, if you enjoyed tonight's hits, we got 4 boxes next week. 1 box of 24-25 Series 2 Celebrini Young Gun Rookie Year. We got 1 box of 24-25 Extended. That is his Canvas Young Gun. And we have 23-24 Clear Cut. That's a Bedard Rookie Year. All of those are available right now on our website. It's next Thursday, February 26th, 7 p.m. $50 a spot. If you're buying more than 3 spots, they're at $45 per spot. Okay, kicking over to our randomized screen. The way this works, folks, is I am just going to take the list of participants there on the right-hand side. You're going to see at the bottom it says this list has been randomized 3 times. I'm going to hit that again button 1 more time and 1 more time only. Whoever is in the number 1 spot is going to be our lucky winner of the Connor Bedard Young Gun PSA 9. All right. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. Congratulations to Daniel S. Daniel S. going home with the Connor Bedard PSA 9 Young Guns. Congratulations, Daniel, again. Beauty hit for you, my friend. I will get that sent out to you. If you want to reach out to me, it is I would consider this a premium card. You may not want that to be sent during regular Canada Post. You may opt to have me send that expedited with insurance and all that other stuff, tracking. It's not all that expensive. You're here in Canada. It's probably going to cost you about $20 to $25. I just need I'll look up your postal code. I'll let you know what that is. And if that's what you want to do, we can work out you to sending me some extra payment. Make sure we get that card to you safely. I do remind everybody, I am not responsible for what Canada Post does or does not do with your cards. So you always take a risk when we send these cards via regular Canada Post. That would also go for anybody that won these 2 cards, the O-Pee-Chee and or Drew Doughty. Not that these are necessarily, $1,000 cards, but they're decent cards here. If you want those sent to you tracked and expedited, please do let me know as well. Thank you again very much for your support here of our channel and your patience with some of the technical difficulties we're having tonight in conjunction with me having a cold and trying to get through a break. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Hopefully we'll see you at next week's break. Have a great evening and good luck to both Canada and the United States, hopefully getting through into the gold medal round, because that, I think, is the ultimate stage when we can get Canada versus US in a gold medal game. Doesn't get any better. We'll see you next week, folks.
Maritime sports, we breaking the heat. Sean on the mic, pulling grails from the street. Crosby, Mick, David, Bedard on the rise. Great White North, where the legends collide. Packs get cracked, it's a heat wave storm. Young guns fire, rookie cards get born. Connor on the ice, Bedard in the zone. Crosby on the boards, man, the game's full grown. East Coast pride, where the ice runs deep. Maritime grind, where the great ones sleep. Pulling hits, stacking slabs, never losing the flame. Maritime sports, remember the name. Back to the breaks, adrenaline high. Silver foils flashing, grails passing by. From Halifax rinks to the big league lights, we chase cardboard dreams on those Saturday nights. Mick David, Speed Bedard on the glide. Sid the Kid's legacy, coast to coast pride. Pull a one-on-one hit, crowd roars insane. Maritime sports, engrave the name. Crack packs, drop facts. No fakes, all stacks. From the great White North, yeah, we run them tracks. Yeah. Packs get cracked, it's a heat wave storm. Young guns fire, rookie cards get born. Connor on the ice, Bedard in the zone. Crosby on the boards, man, the game's full grown. East Coast pride, where the ice runs deep. Maritime grind, where the great ones sleep. Pulling hits, stacking slabs, never losing the flame. Maritime sports, remember the name. Back to the breaks, adrenaline high. Silver foils flashing, grails passing by. From Halifax rinks to the big league lights, we chase cardboard dreams on those Saturday nights. Mick David, speed Bedard on the glide. Sid the Kid's legacy, coast to coast pride. Pull a 101 hit, crowd roars insane. Maritime sports, engrave the name. Crack packs, drop facts, no fakes, all stacks. From the great white north, yeah, we run them tracks. Crack packs, drop facts, no fakes, all stacks. From the great white north, yeah, we run them tracks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No fakes, all stacks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. From the great white north.